Alright, to get things started off, we're going to cover book covers. And in order to get started, we need to have a few items on hand. First of all, we need to have our cardboard pieces that we're going to use to make sure that the covers are firm on the inside. We have a sheet of construction paper. It just needs to be big enough so that you have about an inch around the outside of your cardboard piece. You need to have some glue. A glue stick works well. You need to have a pencil, scissors, and of course a ruler. Alright, to start, I'm going to use my construction paper, and the first thing I need to do is make sure that I outline the space for my cover so that I can cut it out and it's the correct size. Now I don't want to waste too much construction paper, so I'm going to place this as far down into the corner as possible. To get that started, I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to lay that down just along the sides so that I can create a little pocket for that to fit in. So one line down that side, so I have a line down there, and one line across right here. So now I should have a little L on my paper. Alright, once I have the L on my paper, I'm going to place my hard piece of cardboard right down into that area, and I'm going to draw right around the outside of my piece so that I have the outline all the way around where my piece is. Now all I have to do is follow in with this, create the other sides of my paper, and I'm ready to go. Alright, I've drawn around the outside. I have about an inch all the way around the edges of my hardboard cover. That's just the size I need to make the cover paper for my front and back covers of my book. Now it's very easy. I'm going to cut on the outside edges all the way around. Now I have a little section missing here, but I know that it's going to be big enough to do the things that I need it to. That's going to be kind of extra paper anyway. There we go. Alright, perfect. Nice straight lines all the way around the outside, and in the very center I have a place to put my hardboard cover. Alright, now to place the hardboard cover on the inside, I'm going to use my glue stick, and I'm going to completely cover the inside. So I have to cover it all the way across. I want it to completely cover. There's no spaces missing. All the way on the inside. Alright, so that all spaces are covered with the glue. Alright, now that I have that, I'm going to use my folding tool, and I'm going to press this hardboard cover onto the edges, or into its space on this cover. Press that down in there so that the glue holds. And then on this side, I'm going to use my little folding tool, kind of like an iron, so that I can press this construction paper all the way out to the sides, making sure that that paper meets up with the hardboard cover all the way across. So I should have something like that, nice and smooth, no air hole pockets, nothing like that. Alright, next step, I need to snip these covers off, or these corners off, so that I have just the right amount of paper to cover over without leaving large extra little piles of paper in the corner where the folds meet. So I'm going to snip those off. As I cut those down, they are going to be about the thickness of my cover. You'll notice that my cover is fairly thick. It's about a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to cut about a 1/16 of an inch away from the corners, just at a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to cut right across like that. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I've made sure to leave a little bit of space. I didn't cut right up next to the cardboard because I wanted to make sure that there was enough room for my paper so I didn't have any ugly gaps in there. Alright, now that I have all the corners cut off and space is left for the folding of each one of these sides, next step is just to start folding them. So I'm going to apply some glue along the sides. And I want to make sure that I get some glue way down into this gap right down in the edge there. Again, it has to be covered all the way across. I'm going to start by using my fingers, and I'm going to fold right from the center, pressing up against the edge of the cardboard, roll my finger across that way. Gets a nice sharp edge right in there. Then I can use my folding tool to work this all the way out. Again, pressing it nice and even all the way out to the edges, making sure that it meets up along that cover all the way out. Just like that. Alright, add a little more glue. Start with my fingers. Press that up along that edge. And using my folding tool, press this out. There we go. Nice and clean. Little extra paper here. I'll take care of that in a little bit. Start with my fingers, press that out. Using the folding tool, work that up over the edge. Press that out. And this one more side for the glue. Right, start in the middle, push it up over with my fingers. There you go. Folding tool, iron that out to the edges. There we go. Alright, now I've got it all glued out. I notice that there are no gaps in my construction paper. It overlaps just slightly. There aren't any large stacks of paper in the corner, but I do have these little tabs here. Just some little tabs hanging off in the ends, and I can take care of those very easily. I want to be careful not to cut too much, but I can just trim those just a little bit, just so that I have perfect ends of my book cover. There you go. And last but not least, right there. Right. Got my book cover all made up, no gaps. There's paper showing here, but that's where my book's going to go on the inside. So that's going to cover that up, and I'm ready to mount this. I'll need to put some pictures on this side, maybe decorate it for the book, maybe add the title across the top or the name of my artist, what have you. And remembering that, of course, both the front and the back have to be decorated, and they need to match the artist that I'm doing for my Recordian book. So there you go. That's a cover.